You pick up a flawless, glossy avocado at the store thinking it's packed with nature's goodness. But what if I told you that by the time it reaches your kitchen, it may have lost much of its nutrients, flavor, and could even be harming your health? Shocking studies show that over 80% of avocado products on shelves are either degraded or not pure at all. This isn't just about taste, it's about what you're really putting into your body. Today, we're uncovering 7 eye-opening truths every avocado lover over 50 needs to know. From the hidden chemicals used to force ripening to the quiet tricks in guacamole and cosmetics, and the labeling loopholes that mislead shoppers, plus how to choose avocados and avocado oil that truly deliver their heart-healthy fats, potassium and magnesium. Before we dive in, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from today? And if you value science-backed health tips like this, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next step to living your healthiest life after 50. Now, let's pull back the curtain on the real story behind that superfood sitting on your counter. I used to believe avocados were one of the most remarkable superfoods you could eat, packed with healthy fats, rich nutrients, and incredible flavor. I even recommended them regularly to my patients, confident they were doing their bodies a favor. But that was before I discovered a hidden practice that changed the way I look at this fruit. When avocados arrive at many grocery stores, they don't simply sit on the shelf to ripen naturally. Instead, they are often placed in sealed chambers and exposed to a substance called ethylene gas to force them to ripen quickly. While ethylene is a natural plant hormone, this accelerated process interrupts the fruit's natural development. Here's the problem. Ripening an avocado prematurely prevents it from producing its full range of natural flavor compounds. More importantly, it disrupts the formation of vital phytonutrients, powerful plant-based compounds known to support heart health, fight inflammation, and protect against oxidative stress, according to research from the National Institutes of Health. This is why you might bring home an avocado that looks flawless, smooth skin, perfect color, only to slice it open and find the flesh bland, watery, or uneven in texture. Anytime you force something to ripen, it's very unnatural. On the outside, it's a picture of health. On the inside, it's a disappointment. And for those of us over 50, missing out on those phytonutrients means losing important protection for our cells, blood vessels, and immune system. Let's talk about avocado oil. I recently read a detailed research study where scientists tested 22 different samples from major brands, comparing unrefined avocado oil to refined. Their primary focus: oxidation, the process that slowly degrades oils, stripping away their freshness, nutrients, and health benefits. And I really want you to grasp how important this is. Think about this simple demonstration. We cut an apple in half. On one side, we applied lemon juice. On the other side, we left it untouched. Within minutes, the untreated side began turning brown. That's oxidation at work, the same process that causes metal to rust or fruit to decay. Now imagine this happening to avocado oil before you even open the bottle. The study found a significant amount of oxidation in many samples tested, and that's concerning, especially if you're paying a premium price expecting top quality. Why does this matter? Avocado oil is very different from common seed oils like corn or cottonseed oil. Unlike those which are pressed from seeds, avocado oil is extracted from the pulp, the rich green flesh of the fruit itself. This means it naturally contains vitamin E, a well-known antioxidant that protects your cells from oxidative damage, and chlorophyll, another antioxidant that helps fight free radicals in the body. According to research published in Food Chemistry, these compounds contribute to cardiovascular health and help reduce chronic inflammation, which becomes increasingly important as we age. The problem is, when avocado oil is already oxidized by the time it reaches you, these protective compounds are diminished or destroyed. Worse, oxidized oils, whether from seeds or avocados, can promote inflammation in the body. And inflammation is linked to many age-related health issues, including heart disease, arthritis, and even cognitive decline. For those of us over 50, limiting sources of inflammation is one of the most important steps we can take to preserve our long-term health. So, while avocado oil has incredible potential to support your well-being, its benefits depend heavily on how it's processed, stored, and how fresh it is when you use it. In some avocado oil products, tested researchers found they weren't pure at all. Instead, they were blended with cheaper oils like soybean or canola, effectively diluting the product and selling it for a higher profit margin. The findings were alarming. 82% of avocado oil on the market is not what the label claims it to be. And it doesn't stop there. Many manufacturers use a process called deodorization, stripping the oil of its natural scent. At first, you might think this is harmless, but here's the issue. Deodorization doesn't remove oxidation. You can't taste oxidation, but that doesn't mean it's gone. It's still there. And oxidized oils are known to trigger inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation has been linked to heart disease, arthritis, and even neurodegenerative conditions, according to studies published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation. So how do these companies get away with it? Here's the shocking truth. In the United States, there are no official regulations or legal definitions for avocado oil quality. Contrast that with olive oil, which has an internationally recognized standard for what qualifies as extra virgin. With avocado oil, there's no binding rule on how it must be processed, stored, or labeled. This regulatory gap opens the door for widespread corruption in the industry. Producers can dilute avocado oil with other oils, yet still legally label it as pure. And as a consumer, you'd never know. The label gives no clue. The study even uncovered something more disturbing. Certain products that were labeled pure avocado oil contained zero avocado oil. Instead, they were entirely made up of other cheap oils, deceiving consumers and robbing them of the nutritional benefits they were paying for. And if you think that's bad, it gets worse. Let's talk about country of origin. You might assume that if the label says product of the USA, the avocados were grown in California, processed locally, and then shipped to you. But that's not necessarily the case. Under current labeling rules, if avocados are grown in China, blended in Mexico, and then simply bottled in the United States, they can still legally be labeled as product of the USA. Unfortunately, when it comes to avocado oil, regulations and enforcement are practically non-existent. This lack of oversight extends to something as basic and as important as expiration dates. There is no law requiring that these bottles display an official expiration date. Some labels may include a best used by date, but that's not the same as an expiration date, and it offers no guarantee of freshness. Even more concerning, most bottles don't tell you when the oil was actually processed. Without that information, it's almost impossible to know how long the oil has been sitting in storage before it reached your kitchen. And as research published in Food Research International shows, the longer oils sit, especially in poor storage conditions, the greater the risk of oxidation, which can strip away antioxidants and degrade flavor. One practical tip: if you're going to buy avocado oil, choose products packaged in dark glass bottles rather than clear plastic. Light exposure accelerates oxidation, reducing the oil's nutritional value and shelf life. A dark glass bottle helps protect the oil's natural antioxidants, like vitamin E and chlorophyll, ensuring you get more of the health benefits you paid for. Next, let's talk about guacamole. You might assume that the guacamole served in fast food restaurants is rich and creamy because it's loaded with fresh avocado. But in reality, many of these versions contain very little avocado at all. Instead, they're often bulked up with green peas, hydrogenated oils, and food starches, creating a green paste that only looks the part. Hydrogenated oils in particular are a concern because they contain trans fats, which research from the American Heart Association links to higher risks of heart disease, especially in older adults. And it's not just food products where avocado gets misrepresented. The cosmetics industry often makes similar claims. You'll see packaging boasting about the inclusion of avocado oil, or so-called avocado oil, suggesting that the product is packed with it. But check the ingredient list closely. Frequently, the first ingredient is soybean oil, followed by palm oil, then mineral oil. Only near the very bottom will you find a tiny amount of actual avocado oil, just enough to justify the marketing claim. The result? Consumers are led to believe they're buying something rich in the benefits of avocado oil, antioxidants, vitamins, and healthy fats, when in truth, they're getting a product dominated by cheaper, less beneficial oils. So how do we navigate all of this and make sure we're getting the real thing? If you're buying avocado oil, start with the packaging. Choose one that comes in a dark glass bottle. This isn't just for looks. Dark glass helps block light, which according to research in food chemistry can accelerate oxidation and degrade the oil's antioxidants. Next, check the label for an actual expiration date. Some companies include it, but not all. And while you're at it, don't be tempted to always choose the cheapest brand on the shelf. Quality avocado oil is costly to produce, and rock-bottom prices can be a red flag for diluted or lower-quality products. If possible, look for the harvest date. That's even better because it tells you exactly when the avocados were processed. Ideally, you want oil that's less than a year old. When inspecting the oil itself, it should have a slight green tint. That's the chlorophyll, a natural antioxidant with health benefits. If the oil is completely clear, it's likely refined, meaning much of that chlorophyll has been removed. And if you're buying fresh avocados, here's a tip. Choose those grown in California, particularly the Hass variety. They tend to have better flavor and nutrient content. Avoid the overly shiny, bargain-bagged avocados. They may have been coated with wax to make them look more appealing than they really are. When I'm choosing an avocado, I use what I call the gentle thumb press. It's simple but effective. If the fruit is overripe, your thumb will sink in too easily. If it's not ripe enough, the skin won't give way at all. This quick test helps avoid the disappointment of cutting into a fruit that's either mushy or rock hard. As for guacamole from fast food restaurants, I approach it with extreme caution. Many of these products contain less than 5% avocado, and some none at all. The rest is often made up of fillers like green peas, hydrogenated oils, and starches. Hydrogenated oils in particular are a health concern because they contain trans fats, which the American Heart Association warns can raise LDL, bad cholesterol, lower HDL, good cholesterol, and increase the risk of heart disease, especially for older adults. That said, when you get the right kind, avocados are an incredible food for your health. They have a uniquely healthy fat profile. While seed oils like corn or soybean can contain 40–50% or more omega-6 fatty acids, which in excess may promote inflammation, avocados contain only about 10%. This balance makes them an excellent choice for supporting cardiovascular health. One of the standout nutritional benefits of avocados is their potassium content. A single medium avocado can deliver anywhere from 500 to 900 milligrams of potassium, a mineral essential for healthy blood pressure, proper muscle function, and nerve signaling. According to the National Institutes of Health, adequate potassium intake is linked to lower risks of stroke and heart disease. Now we've uncovered the hidden secrets behind the rich, creamy, and nutrient-packed avocado. You can now confidently choose the best avocado products while avoiding low-quality imitations. Avocados aren't just a trendy fruit, they're a true nutritional powerhouse when chosen wisely. With just a few simple tips like using the gentle thumb press to check ripeness, steering clear of low-quality guacamole from fast food restaurants, and watching out for products labeled avocado oil that actually contain very little of it, you can protect both your health and your wallet. Packed with healthy fats, abundant potassium and magnesium avocados can help keep your heart strong, maintain muscle health, boost energy, and support balance in your body after 50. If you found this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button, share it with your friends and family, and leave a comment below. Thank you for watching, and here's to your health.